Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 103 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And today is the day when we deploy the Duna Interplanetary vessel and turn it into a Duna Orbital 1. Hopefully. We are starting by decoupling the rovers. Let's just quickly recap. We have in the previous episode successfully captured and parked the Duna interplanetary ship in the orbit around Duna, and the plan for today is to be able to use its central stack to dock with the Duna Orbital Station and slowly but surely assemble the Duna Orbital 1, a station that should be self-sufficient in the orbit around Duna, or more or less self-sufficient. Now, decoupling the engine, which we were trailing for quite a long time, I first decoupled the rovers because rovers have a mini landing stages on them that should be not landing but deorbit stages that will make sure that they safely land on the surface of Duna, hopefully, once again. Anyway, we have decoupled from the engine block, and this is the craft that will be continuing its voyage and becoming a part of Duna Orbital 1. Okay, now, that being said, I just want to take one final gaze at how the ship looks. It turns very well, and it's much easier to control now since we have decoupled the long-trailed engine block, which was the goal anyway. Beautiful. Let's align it for the nice screenshot. Perfect. So, the plan, guys, is, if I remember correctly, this ship as it is now is the command center, and I plan to use that command center to first dock to the Duna Orbital 1, which I wanted just to show you in a moment to quickly recap what is actually current Duna Orbital 1. It's a space dock that Jeb used for refueling, and it is completely empty of fuel, which means we can safely detach its small engine stack because we will be docking more stuff here. So, with that being said, let us decouple the node, and bye-bye more space junk. I'll have to give them that. Kerbals aren't really environmentally friendly, fellas, despite of them being green. Well, or probably I am not the most environmentally friendly commander now, am I? Anyway, now, first we will be docking this bad boy, and that's the Duna Aeroponics module that we launched a while back. So the idea with this one is, on the Duna Orbital 1 station, we will be docking this guy, which will be symmetrical, and I will still use a liquid hydrogen fuel to ensure a correct rendezvous, and then we will be ditching this engine stack and just docking the station. I really hope I engineered it well. I have no idea. I planned the whole station, but I never tried to assemble it as it was supposed to be, apart for the Duna interplanetary ship. Okay, now, preparing for the burn to get the inclination same as the Duna Orbital Station 1. And we are using the flight computer, but if you look now, our time delay is 0.005 because we are in range of the command center, which is the Duna IP ship. And this is the sole reason, guys, why I didn't want to dock this before, because I would be docking with 76 seconds time delay, which for me, I don't know, but it's pretty impossible. I'm not playing with KOS. I know some people that did it, but I'm not that advanced. Sorry. I might try it sometime in the future, though. But for me it was simpler to ferry a command center and then just play as if I'm doing it in the orbit around Kerbin. So for you guys that are playing with remote tech, this is how you can actually do unmanned missions in the orbit. But if you're playing with life support, you have to account for the life supplies, which is something that we packed a metric crap ton on board of Interplanetary ship, and also we have a little bit more supplies leftovers by Jab on Duna Orbital 1. 0.2 kilometers encounter, only 200 meters, that's wonderful, and I am hoping for a nice and tight encounter. Let's see, target speed 78 meters per second. Let us quickly turn around to ensure that we can decelerate in time, and then we will be ditching our engine stage or transfer stage, whatever. Finally starting to go to the interplanetary voyage of exploration and a little bit of colonization, hopefully. I mean, the crew will not linger too long on the full complement of 6 Kerbals will not linger too long in this orbital station. Some of them will go down on the surface, try to figure out the best location, while others will be returning in the SSTO shuttle, or it's not SSTO, it's a shuttle that I provided that will be flying between Duna and Kerbin, hopefully. That's at least the plan, and I hope that it will have enough Delta V to be able to reach both. Otherwise, we will have 4 Kerbals stranded somewhere in God knows which location. Anyway, we are decelerating to 14 meters per second, and we are 600 meters out. Great. Getting ready to decouple the engine stack. I just wanted to make sure that we are slightly misaligned so that I don't accidentally hit the station with the engine stack. Making sure that we are controlling from our probe core for the time being. I mean, the Duna Orbital Station is quite small at the moment, but I assure you it will grow and become much bigger. Okay. Separating the engine stage, and now we should be well balanced for the monoprop dance of docking. Hopefully. So, I'm just figuring which way is which, correcting my orientation, and as you can see it is not perfectly but almost perfectly symmetrical, and I have more than enough antennas to maintain enough redundancy when it comes to connectivity either to the KSC or to the command craft. So, doing everything obviously in time acceleration, but I think you get the gist. Okay, and slowing down a little bit. 14 meters. 10 meters. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have a dock. Perfect. And all of a sudden this station starts looking much more beautiful. I definitely want to withdraw this antenna because now the top antenna is taking over, and now it is time to dock the Duna IP ship to the actual station. So, I did make a small mistake, I'll admit that, because, and I'll show that to you in a moment, which will do a little bit more hardships for me in terms of docking, but I think I have found a way around it. So, just a little bit to show you what am I talking about. Let's first secure a good enough rendezvous. 196 meters per second. I want the orbits of those two craft to be roughly close, but not too close, so that when we are approaching the station with this craft, that the speed is not too great, because I do want to be able to slow down with nukes. And I mean, we do have a total of thrust to weight around between 4 and 10, so we should be fine, but you never know. Okay, we have 191.4 meters per second burn. Our liquid fuel and oxidizer are full for the whole stack, so playing a little bit with the lights, and let's burn. Once again, beautiful burn, beautiful screenies. Our crew of 6 brave Kerbonauts is preparing to go into the history of first crew assembling the Duna Orbital 1 station. Jeb was the first Kerbal on Duna, but these 6 will be remembered, hopefully, to be assembling the first Duna Orbital Station. So, and we have a beautiful encounter, and it is on the next orbit and in sunlight. I mean, this is just perfect. So, I guess our captain, well, will be very, very happy about so far how mission has been progressing. And by captain I mean Varuk. He is leading this mission, or not captain, but mission commander. Sorry, Varuk. I have been playing naval action for a little bit too long, I guess. Anyway, guys, we are coming up onto the encounter, and our relative speed, or actually to the maneuver node that will set up at the encounter, 24 meters per second burn, and I'm trying to nail it as close as possible. I had, by the way, guys, here a small crash, so I reloaded and burned once again. Nothing out of the extraordinary here, so just securing that everything goes smooth on the next orbit. And then we will be taking another orbit and making sure that we go and secure our approach to the Duna Orbital 1 station. Coming ever so closer, and we are 20 kilometers out. Now I do want to approach this not with too fast relative velocity. We are currently going at 121 meters per second. So we will definitely need to do some burning. I want to reduce this velocity a little bit, because I'm scared with these nukes. I mean, how well it will play out, but I have been known to make very crazy suicide burns when it comes to docking with Jeb on last time. So yeah, I wouldn't like to repeat the same thing, having a very close call with these 6. After all, this is a much more complex craft now. 14 meters per second relative to the target, 7 kilometers out, and we have an encounter in roughly 2 minutes. So we will be decelerating even more. And once we actually... Oh, it has now changed name. Yeah, because I docked the aeroponics module to it. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay. 1.5 kilometers, we are already within its physics range. As you can see, my frame rate dropped a little bit, but well, I hope it will be still good enough for the docking. Now, the plan, and this is what I told you about the mistake that I made. I have put the cockpit of the interplanetary ship in the front, but I have forgotten that this is where I want to be docking with the aeroponics module. So the fix that I plan to do is that I plan to first pump out all the fuel out of the head of the ship, let's call it the head, the main cockpit, and I will be attaching the cockpit to the rear of the ship. There's only one small problem with that, is that the actual thrusters, RCS thrusters, are also on the cockpit, so it will affect a little bit in terms of the RCS balance, but never mind. Let us now sever the head of this ship. I almost feel a little bit, sad to be disassembling this. This has been my baby for a couple of episodes, but, show must go on and science must be captured. So, anyway, let's hope that everything goes to plan, because, I haven't tested this. This is one-off. So, anyway, the idea is that we dock here at the rear, and then we will be docking the central stack to the Duna Orbital 1. Okay, and bam, we have a dock. Perfect. Now let's control from here, and I want to make sure... Okay, I have a little bit of issues in terms of selecting the Duna Aeroponics module. We are coming slowly but surely towards it. And now we have the senior docking port that will be docking underneath the station. But to do that, we have to decouple the two shuttles, because only the central stack will get connected, because the shuttles will have to dock individually. Okay. Like I said, it's not 100% balanced, but I hope I will be able to dock it anyway. We have a huge amount of monoprop, so we shouldn't worry about that. Only thing we need to worry is getting close to the Duna Orbital 1 and then just docking. I have to remind myself to rename the Duna, this actually station, back to the Duna Orbital 1. Okay, 170 meters out. I'm trying to find the correct docking port where we will be docking. And this is a little bit backwards maneuvering for me, guys, actually, so it's kind of difficult. Oh, I have to be very careful, because as I'm raising my rear, I have to go down not to be hitting anything here. Okay, and brake. Whoa. Easy, boy, don't buckaroo on me just yet. Okay, and now let's align, go for the final alignment. Like I said, I want to be docking this guy underneath the station. So just making sure that we properly align, something along these lines. A little bit fiddly, but hoping for a nice even dock. Perfect, looks pretty well. And now I'm getting ready to use the thrusters to dock to the Duna Aeroponics module. Okay, going up at 0.5 meters per second, 10 meters, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, slowing down a little bit, 2, and 1, and come on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a soft dock. Beautiful. We have successfully connected the Duna IP core stack to the Duna station. Awesome. And now we have to think about connecting, and I just pressed decouple here and made one tiny screw up. Sorry about that, guys. What I should have done is do this. So this little piece of debris will linger, and it will take a little bit more time. Docked, not very good. And yeah, I'll probably delete that part manually after I gently push it with my S-ships. Okay, now it's time to dock the shuttles. Now, since I have chosen the underneath docking port, I think we will have a little bit of issues in terms of placement of the docking ports on the shuttles. But for the time being, let's just go and see if we can dock them properly. After all, these two shuttles will be coming and docking to this Duna station. So, yeah, that's the second minor glitch that I actually did, but let's see. We are 300 meters out, and we have HMV Kerman and Moomin who are coming in this guy, and I believe this one is the Discovery. Yes, this one is not the passenger module, so this guy's mission is going to the Duna surface and back. Hopefully. It should have enough 1.6 like delta V, so yeah, not counting the monoprobe. Okay, so the idea was that I wanted to dock this SSTOs vertically. I have not yet attached another docking port station part, which I am thinking that I would probably want to do in the future. But I think I'll have to do that part separately, sadly. Okay, so for the time being I'll dock these shuttles as I can, and of course we get a reaction wheel failure because that thing makes everything more fun. Or actually it forces me to use RCS a bit more. Anyway, I'm thinking to dock like this, but then I notice the beak of the craft will probably be hitting that docking port senior, which causes me a great deal of concern, because either I will be docking within the inches, but as you can see, no, not really. I will be hitting it. Okay, so let's rotate the craft at 90-degree angle, shall we? Something along these lines. It will not be the prettiest dock, I can tell you, but I guess it will work. We have the docking port underneath as well, but then again, I wasn't sure if I used that one even for docking to the station, that I would probably be hitting then the docking port senior with the engines. So, and while I'm docking, I'll see, okay, I won't bump into this booster of the IP ship. And we have a docking. Beautiful. Okay, time to dock the second shuttle, the Voyager. Okay. Now, the second thing that I have to remember is that Voyager actually doesn't have a docking port on the top. It has only one docking port on the bottom, and its docking port was replaced by the passenger crew module. So that's something that we clearly have to keep in mind when we will be docking with this one. So the docking of the shuttles won't be exactly symmetrical, but then again, at this stage I don't care. I plan to replace the cockpit of the interplanetary ship with a better SSTO dock in the future, hopefully. Okay. We are coming up on the station, and for some reason, I don't know why, it says target out of range. It happens every time when I get close, for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, and then I thought, okay, yeah, I will just dock with my hold on, it's a cargo bay, yes. I have forgotten that this is actually not a docking port but a cargo bay, so that means I will be needing to use the docking port that is underneath the belly of the shuttle. And guys, by the way, as soon as we dock, we are coming up on the 27-ish minute mark, so I will be probably, after the successful docking, I will be calling it for this episode, so yeah. Okay. Let's see. Making sure that we align ourselves, and I'm trying to find the orientation that would work. Something along these lines. Making sure to properly align the docking ports. Well, this is not the easiest docking, I can tell you that much, but I think it will work overall. Okay, because my SSTOs tend to be more or less balanced, not perfectly, but more or less balanced. Okay, 13 meters out. Oh yeah, looking good so far. Kusta and Phoenix. Come on guys, do make me proud, will you? Coming in ever so slowly and docked. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our orbital station as we envisaged it. Extending the solar panels, and now we will be trying to deploy more or less so that you see the beauty that it is intended. Agricultural modules, habitation ring. Oh, it's a little bit too close for comfort for the wings, but yeah, we will deploy it after the shuttles leave. Okay guys, well, that's it what we had planned for this episode. Please, like if you like the episode, hit subscribe for more KSP content that will be coming soon. And in the next episode, I think we will be going down on Duna surface and do some roving and scouting for the location of the future base. But that will happen in the next episode. Until then, thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks, signing off.